What's up, guys? Ed here once again for another edition of Review in Blue here on the Blood Type Online YouTube channel. And today the Blu-ray that we're going to be taking a look at is the special edition of Quentin Tarantino's Inglourious Basterds. I actually seen this movie in the theater when it came out and thoroughly enjoyed it. I couldn't wait for the DVD release. But during that process, I actually upgraded my system to Blu-ray, and this was the first Blu-ray I ever got. This is a Christmas present from my wonderful girlfriend. Thank you, honey. And I love this movie. I'm a big fan of the original Enzo Castellari film, and I didn't know how I was going to kind of feel going into this one, but I absolutely love the movie. It's completely different than the original, but it's still a really good flick. Basically what you have is this group of guys who are known, who have become to be known, the Inglourious Basterds, because the fact that they were going on a mission to go into Germany and kill as many Nazis as they could. What happens in the movie is basically a young French woman escapes capture from the Nazis, and she escapes and eventually ends up running a movie theater in Germany in which they want to screen some Nazi propaganda films, and this woman convinces them to have this at her theater, mainly due to a German soldier that's kind of sweet on her. But they have this big movie premiere at this theater, and of course the bastards themselves show up. Themselves show up, okay? And all hell breaks loose. But this movie is pretty cool. You get a pretty good performance by Brad Pitt as Aldo Ray. You also have a really cool performance, in my opinion, by Eli Roth as the Bear Jew. And just an overall really, really good movie. It is dialogue heavy. It's typical Tarantino stuff, but I enjoyed it. If you are any type of a movie nerd whatsoever, you'll get a kick out of this movie because there's a lot of jokes in here for you. But, the Blu-ray itself, I have to say that out of all the Blu-rays that I've seen so far, this has definitely been one of the most impressive ones, just as far as the way it looks. The colors really pop, and there's a lot of color in this one, with Nazi uniforms, Nazi flags, there's a lot of red, stuff like that, and it looks great. There's some really cool special features on the Blu-ray, too. It has some extended and alternate scenes on here. There's a roundtable on here with Elvis Mitchell, Quentin Tarantino, and Brad Pitt that I liked a lot. The Making of Nation's Pride, which is actually the movie that's screening in the theater that I was telling you about just a few seconds ago. And it actually has Nation's Pride. Like, if you watch, excuse me, I always yawn during these because I'm tired. But if you watch the movie, you see Nation's Pride. It's a fake film. It's a movie inside the movie. But it actually has the full film on here for you guys to watch if you want to check that out. It's pretty cool. I've actually watched it. But there's also a really good feature on here about the original Inglourious Basterds, which I loved. That kind of shows you Enzo Castellari's cameo in the film and how they did it. Just him talking about the movie and Quentin Tarantino, which I thought was really cool. But, the main reason for me, as far as this one goes, is just, this thing performs incredible in a Blu-ray player. Looks good, sounds good. I know a lot of people that I've talked to about Blu-ray, one of the things that people that have Blu-ray seem to be looking for, are films that kind of make their TV set do the work, if you will. Basically, they want the colors to pop, they want the sound to be fantastic, and you don't really get that with all films, especially if you're a genre fan and you're buying mainly older movies. This one, though, is great for that. This is really a good, like if you ever bring somebody to your house, you're trying to convince them that Blu-ray is the way to go, and they're not really buying into it, show them Inglourious Basterds on Blu-ray, because this will make a believer out of anybody. It looks fucking awesome. It's a great movie on top of that. The Blu-ray itself actually comes with a digital copy of the movie too, if you guys are interested in that sort of thing. So you get that as well. The Blu-ray itself is a little expensive. It's probably running about $30 right now. Hold out if you must. Excuse me during my constant yawning. Hold out if you must, but it's definitely worth buying. Like, if you are going to go out and you're going to actually spend $30 on a Blu-ray, something I don't advocate, and I don't really do it myself, this would be one to actually spend the money on. It's not worth it for a lot of the older films and, you know, double dipping and upgrading and stuff like that. But to be perfectly honest with you, it is worth it for this one, especially because, like I said, it kind of shows you what your equipment can do. And to me, you know, I think you need to have a film like that in your collection, at least one. Just real quick, another recommendation too would be District 9. That's another great one to kind of see how your equipment works. But I love Inglourious Basterds. Definitely recommend the movie. At least see the movie. But if you've been kind of on the fence about the Blu-ray, I would say pick it up. Don't let it break your bank account too much, because you'll eventually get it cheaper. Check online, stuff like that. But Inglourious Basterds, the newest edition, in our review in blue section. So definitely check it out. Thanks, guys, once again for watching us here on the Blood Type Online YouTube channel. I'm Ed. We'll see you next time.